The I Am Rapaport podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses, Casper.com. It's an award-winning sleep startup. Go to Casper.com, $50 off purchase of any size mattress. Put in the code Rapaport, R-A-P-A-P-O-R-T, Casper Mattress in New York City. You could keep the bed for 100 nights. You could get your freak on for 100 nights. If you do not like the bed after 100 nights, you can return the mattress within 100 days. That's a guarantee. The bed will be delivered between 2 to 5 days anywhere in the United States and Canada. Same day delivery in New York City. We do not plug, we do not support, we do not take sponsorship from anything we have not tried and we are not passionate about 450%. What I was saying at the beginning, we're gonna get to it now, is that I wanted to talk to you about your show, I want to talk about your stand-up, because those are questions.
Because you're gonna come at me hard about this sports thing.
You know that I'm fucking coming.
All right, well, let's do it. You know we're friends.
You
got a good Snapple in you. Here we go. Let's go.
Because it's sort of like, the people have asked for it. The people have asked for this Boston. Since you're the guest, you're my guest.
Okay.
I'll throw this at you.
Okay.
I'll let you, because I spoke on him because he's a fucking dumb fuck. I'm trying to figure out what's your opinion. Who's a dumber fuck? Plaxico Burress for shooting himself, or JPP for blowing his fucking hands off? Who do you think would win a spelling bee between the two of them? Who do you think's an IQ test? JPP or Plaxico?
All right. Speaking from my own personal experience, in my own way, I've done both. So I can't say that they're dumb. They just made stupid decisions.
Wow.
Dude, I mowed a fucking guy's lawn one time doing this landscaping thing. The guy came walking out of the house. He goes, I got a 5-shot 38. I never shot it. You want to go shoot it? I'm like, yeah. Next thing you know, we're down the fucking, drove into the woods, and we were shooting at this abandoned car. I had no earplugs on. Fucking fucked up my hearing. And the second I was done shooting, I had no idea. I couldn't even hit the fucking car. And when I was done, I turned around with the gun and pointed it at him, not even thinking. And they all went, whoa, 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 did all that shit. So I've done the dumb gun thing.
But you didn't shoot the motherfucker.
Just out of fucking luck. I didn't shoot myself. You ask any fucking NRA guy that knows what the fuck they're doing with the gun, they would be like, dude, you are a fucking, you have the intelligence of a lamp that you did that. I don't give a shit that you were 19 when it happened. You're still stupid.
Right.
And it was stupid. And then as far as, fireworks, come on, dude, you know the deal. You had fireworks, you blow a couple of Coke cans up, it's boring. Then you go after the ultimate prey.
The M80s and
you
shit.
You go after man, yeah. Remember M80s? You'd light those fucking things off. You're standing 10 feet away. You felt the wind from the blast.
Yeah.
This shit was insane.
But don't you think, but you do that as a kid, not as a fucking NFL player at 26 years old. I'm
26 years old, I got 2 Super Bowl rings or 1? One Super Bowl ring. I got more money than I know what to do with.
What are you fucking with M80s for?
I've had a couple. Is that what he had?
I don't know. If you blow your fucking finger off, he's not doing
he had something serious.
Yeah, but and it's not like I burnt the fuck out of my hand with these things called, I think they were called jumping jacks.
So you're just as dumb. You can't afford it.
But I was 11. This is 1981.
But you can't afford as good as fireworks as JPP.
That's what I'm saying, though. He should have a guy.
No, but that's the thing. If you were fucking as good as he was in sports, I think mentally you're 11 in a lot of areas when you're 26.
Right, I get that.
You're Einstein when it comes to football, but, going grocery shopping and all this shit, you never had to do it because the coach says be there at 4. They're going to have food. And then you go out, you know a lot of these guys, and then it ends, and they don't even know how to live their fucking life.
I get that. Listen, Bill, I'm giving you an opening because I'm going to come at your guy, Brady, so fucking hard before you leave here. I'm giving you an opening.
I love how you sitting here telling me that you're going to come at Brady hard like that. That's going to affect me or Tom's life.
Hard. I'm going to come at this fuck. Does it taint?
How much do you hate? Can I ask you a question? How much do you hate Boston sports that you're really going to sit there and think that a cunt hair of air pressure is why one team lost by 38 and the other won by the other?
I don't give a fuck about the hair pressure.
The air
pressure. The cunt hair, I care about the air pressure. I don't give a fuck about that. Listen, I told you this.
So what were you saying? What diminishes?
Here's the fucking thing. He's a First of all, who's hiring the Patriots? You got a guy who's like a double or triple murderer. Your boy Hernandez. What do I mean? I mean Aaron Hernandez. Who's doing the psych test, the evaluation? Number one.
Dude, that happens. That happens in all fields.
That they hire a fucking homicidal
maniac. Yeah.
They do. There's
You
one thing.
don't ever watch those murder shows? He seemed like a nice guy. He was an electrician. And then one day his wife disappeared.
You could rationalize Aaron Hernandez. Let's just go over the shit show. We don't have the Spygate.
Dude, John Wayne Gacy was a fucking clown. Who thinks a clown is going to have fucking 18 bodies under his house?
I got you.
Dude,
I got you. But he took it to another level.
Than John Wayne Gacy?
No, I'm saying in terms of NFL fucking lunatics. Like, he took it to another level, and he was not just a New England Patriot. He was a star on the rise New England Patriot. And he's locked the fuck up a mile away.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking... But so let's just go over the list.
Is Bill Belichick supposed to be out going to the clubs with these guys? These guys are adults. If you want to go out and commit mass murder in any profession, there's mass murderers all over the place.
I know.
Dude, you work at fucking Forever 21. The second you clock out, your boss doesn't follow you around. Who knows? And this is the thing. If you never got arrested for any of that type killing people before, who the fuck? Nobody knows you're a homicidal maniac until they catch you.
That's true. So you're saying...
That's my neighbor, yeah. He killed another guy last night. I can't believe the cops haven't shown up yet. Hey, you want another brat? You know, that's not how it works.
The thing is that you can rationalize these fucking scumbags.
No, I'm actually enjoying that all you can do right now is try to pick apart the character because we have the rings.
The Patriot Way. The
we
Patriot Way.
Have the rings.
They call it the Patriot fucking way. Like you
it's
not
all
notice
jealousy.
the arrogance?
It's all jealousy.
Listen, you know that I don't give a fuck.
6 Super Bowls, 4 wins. I mean, it's not arrogance.
2 losses to the New York Giants.
And I'll take those to win 4, and so would you. You take 2 losses to the Patriots for the Giants to win another 4 and go there 6 times. I know you would.
I rooted for the fucking Patriots this year. I wanted them to beat the Seahawks. And once I fucking stood behind them and I rooted for those motherfuckers, your guy, Pretty Boy Floyd, Captain America, that fuck, Tom Brady.
This is all jealousy. You wish you looked like him.
Tom Brady.
The movie star, the guy with the supermodel wife. There's a lot to hate.
That motherfucker.
Great hair. Great hair.
That cock's and his big and his chin and his cleft and his blue eyes and his cheek.
Tony Curtis.
What a fucking asshole. He fucking, and then he's going to stand up there and say, no, I don't know.
About what?
About the fucking balls. What do you mean about what?
Because you told me earlier you didn't care about it.
I didn't care about the balls. I cared about the lying. I don't care about
You don't care about the lying.
The lying.
Lying bothers you. You're in this fucking business.
Bill
and lying
Belichick and those
you.
guys. It's a fucking. They're all. And what about his character? He's Yastrzemski. There's a fucking ball boy named Yastrzemski, and Tom Brady's like texting him like a fucking lunatic. Are you not?
What are you talking about?
You know what the fuck Tom Brady was texting these ball boys.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Who was the quarterback for the Colts?
Fucking what's his name?
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
How did the Colts get him?
I don't know.
They tanked an entire fucking football season in front of everybody.
Yeah. But that's not the Patriots.
I'll give them September and October. And once November, Peyton Manning shows up. Hey, remember me? Face of the franchise? The first time ever an ownership was concerned about the long-term effects of playing football. They tanked that season on purpose to get themselves in a position to get Andrew Luck. You know what I say? Good on them. I don't give a fuck. Is it legal? No, it isn't. Who gives a fuck? You're going to talk about air pressure?
You mean to tell me you're not going to...
No.
Wait, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. You
got nothing
stomach that?
Are you going to...
You stomach that shit?
Wait, are you going to skip right by what I just said?
About what, the tanking?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fucking Patriots.
We're playing a team that tanked a whole season to get one of the best quarterbacks to come out.
Luck.
Since fucking Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Okay? You know what else? Jim Irsay sat on the competition committee. He couldn't beat the Patriots. He changed rules of pass coverage that were advantageous for his team at that time.
Because you watch the plays. You guys know the plays. You fucking videotape the plays.
What are you talking about?
The fucking Patriots.
We never videotaped them.
When you're videotaping the practices and shit.
What are you talking about?
This is... What do you mean? What am I talking?
What are you talking about?
The Colts versus the Patriots?
First of all, let's put all of that in proper historical perspective. The NFL came out with a rule right before we got caught in Spygate, telling the entire league to stop doing it. And this is the rule. You couldn't have the camera on the field. It says nothing about up in the fucking booth.
Right.
You ever heard of a zoom lens?
This fucking guy knows all the fucking rules, Belichick. Any way to cheat.
No.
He was guilty of fucking arrogance. He wasn't trying to cheat. He fucking blew off the rule. Dude, if you're trying to cheat, you're hiding that fucking thing. You got somebody with the fucking Google glasses or something. Dude, they had a fucking Action Live team. The guy's standing right there. Dude, I could have seen it from the upper deck if I knew to look for it. He was guilty of fucking arrogance, and he got busted for cheating, and that's a black mark against his name, and he has to take that shit.
And now Tom Brady...
Wait. But if you're going to sit there and try to act like the reason why we fucking lost, we beat the fucking Colts was because we filmed the fucking Jets in 2001, you're not a sports fan, dude. You're a fucking hater. That's it.
I don't hate the Patriots. The Patriots are good. The thing that I hate... I fuck with the Patriots. I respect the Patriots.
The Tom Brady thing was a complete non-story.
That is such a fucking bullshit. If they deflate the ball,
I'll tell you.
Have you thrown a football? Like, have you thrown like an NFL football?
I have the perfect answer for this.
Give it to me.
ESPN had one of their nerd scientists do one of their studies about a regulation ball and one that was slightly deflated. You know what he found out? It got there a split second later. It was actually a disadvantage. Okay, and if you look at the game, the deflated ball, we weren't kicking their ass as bad as when we used the regulation one, okay? And you know what ESPN did? When that guy said it wasn't an advantage, they fucking pulled it off the internet within 30 minutes because it killed the fucking story. Dude, it was a kangaroo court. It's fucking... Jim Irsay,
why would he deflate them? Why would he go through... Why would they secretly deflate them? Why would he be texting them? Are the balls right? And all that shit. What do you think that is about?
Why does Aaron Rodgers like it overinflated? Why do the Vikings heat it up? Why are we the only ones who get called out on it? Because Jim Irsay is a fucking baby. Whenever he loses, somebody has to get in trouble. There's got to be some sort of rule change. Dude, this guy sat on the competition committee and changed fucking rules. Then they stole our fucking offense. We couldn't cover their receivers anymore. And fucking they go out and they get a fucking Super Bowl ring. Nobody's bitching about that. Dude, how long do you think the Patriots could have a fucking stadium like the Seattle Seahawks? Where, dude, I've been in that stadium. They're not yelling any louder than anybody else.
What do you think it is?
Chatting is deafening. Dude, they built it acoustically the same way before the amplification of sound.
Right.
I work these old theaters. If you go see Tony Bennett in an old fucking theater, he'll go watch this. And he knows how to project his voice. He takes the mic away and he'll sing to the fucking back row. They did that with the football stadium. Dude, talking in there is deafening.
In Seattle Stadium.
Yeah, because of the way it's designed acoustically. I'm not saying they're not rabid fans and all of that. But, dude, the fact that Kansas City fans broke Seattle's fucking record in that relic of a fucking stadium, they might as well be yelling in an amphitheater. These guys are yelling in a confined space designed to contain the fucking... You know how long we could have a stadium like that before they made us redesign it and punished us by making us play at Nickerson Field for fucking 3 years?
What do you think that is about the Patriots that they fuck with you so much? It's not just haters. Do you not think that they're cheating, lying fucks?
How could you be in this fucking business
and
not understand what it is? They build you up and then they rip you down.
But they're fucking cheaters and fucking...
No, they're not. No
Why
more
did he come out? Here's a question. Here's a simple
than your
question.
fucking Giants when fucking LT would figure out what kind of woman the running back liked, and he'd send 3 fucking call girls to the star running back and pay him to keep him up all fucking night.
That's good old-fashioned gamesmanship. That's fucking gamesmanship.
All right.
But what about
when we do it, it's cheating.
But when Tom Brady came out there with that fucking hat on, with that fucking, like, Boston, this is a hard-working Boston strong town. He comes out with that fucking dumb pom-pom hat on and says, I don't know. Just talk to me specifically about that. Defend your guy. I want to hear your best shit.
I don't have to defend the guy. I don't have to defend the guy.
He's a fucking liar. And Bill Belichick.
I don't have to defend the guy.
Do you actually think that Bill Belichick actually talks like that to anybody other than the media? He's
no.
He's like, I would do it.
Yeah. Why is that?
It's a performance.
Shaq did it too.
No.
Dude, Shaq is funny and he's silly.
Shaq is funny.
And then when he do Kobe. This is why. Because what these guys know is they know that whatever the fuck they say, the media's going to twist it and turn it into bulletin board material for the other team. So when you see Bill Belichick at the end of the game talking about the game...
Every time. He never gives the media... Like, you could appreciate that.
I'm going to explain it to you
Go
if
ahead,
you let me.
Go ahead.
At the end of the game, he's already working on next week or the next time he plays the team he just played, or whoever he's playing next week, by not giving them anything. He does it on purpose. He's not giving you anything. And this is the thing. Those sports writers hate it because he makes them fucking work for a living. You figure it out. I'm not going to sit there and say, like, yeah, we dominated this team. And I'm not going to say this team we're playing next week that's fucking 3-7 we're not worried about, because all that's going to do is make my job harder.
I get all that, but you understand. Like, don't
You
fucking
just hate him. You're being a baby right now, Mike. You need to grow up. You need to grow up.
I'm just gonna. It's fucking rude.
I'm going to tell you this right
and
now.
The fact
This is the difference between me and you.
And I want that answer from Brady. I want that answer about Brady.
Your Giants broke my heart twice. 2 times.
Where were you when that happened?
Let me finish this. You know what? I fucking love Eli Manning, and I love the Giants, and I love the way they run their team, and I love that they look at defense first. Okay?
Bill Parcells.
And we're rivals.
Yes.
And we're rivals. But
Can you consider us
I'm
rivals?
a Red Sox fan, and I love Derek Jeter. I love Mariano Rivera. I love Bernie Williams. Andy Pettit, I felt he got a raw deal. He was a little too into the Jesus thing for me. But Paul O'Neill's me and my brothers fucking loved him. We thought he was his temper. The amount of times he fucking hit a ball, and the second he hit it, he went, fuck, and he was all pissed, and it was a home run. We loved it.
This is the AM Rappaport podcast, and we'll be right back. Baseball is in full swing, and you could be part of the action all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash and instant gratification. You want to win some money from your cousin, your nephew? You go to DraftKings.com, your best friends. It's so much fun. Me and G Moody, we're not even big baseball fans. I've said it before, I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I like to bet. I like to bet responsibly. I don't go nuts. But when I'm feeling good, I'll put some money down, and sometimes I win, sometimes you lose. All right? That's part of gambling. Don't go crazy, like I said. Just pick 2 pitchers, pick 8 position players, and pick up your cash. That's it. New contestants start daily. So hurry to DraftKings.com right now and use promo code RAPAPORT, RAPAPORT, to play for free in today's $10,000 fantasy baseball contest. You can win $10,000 today at DraftKings.com in their fantasy. It's every single day there's baseball. You know how many baseball games there are in a season? Enter Rapaport, RAPAPORT, for free entry now at DraftKings.com. I was rooting for the Patriots. Why did this fucking guy, when he knows he fucks with the balls, why didn't he just say he's Captain America? Yeah, I was fucking with the balls. To try to say, now you...
Because he wasn't fucking with them. He took a cunt hair out of it. That's how he likes it. Aaron Rodgers likes it
overinflated.
Why did he say that?
Why
aren't you yelling about Aaron Rodgers right now?
Wait.
Why aren't you yelling about Aaron? Why do you not care? Why do you just... What is your obsession?
Because he's not fucking Captain America. I want that shield
so
and
this
this
is a waste
hat.
of my energy.
No, you haven't answered me. Why did he not?
I think I've given you a lot of answers that you can't refute.
4-game suspension. And then he's up there talking to the fucking commissioner for 11 hours, giving each other hand jobs. He's getting a fucking 4-game suspension. That's happening for being a lying fuck.
Yeah, but if you knock out your fiance, you get 2.
Listen, we don't need to talk about that.
Oh, why? Because that's a good point?
No. I'm saying in terms of...
Because it's not Tom Brady?
But do you not think that he's a...
Why are you sidestepping that? You get 4 games for a
I don't agree with that.
Air.
I don't agree with that. That whole thing, you think that I agree with that?
Listen, if you want to turn Brady into a martyr and you just want to make this guy even more motivated, I say more power to you.
I agree.
He's going to win number 5.
I agree.
They're going to wait to raise the championship flag till he comes back, and he's going to be fresh. We'll probably, at worst case scenario, maybe go 2-2. Even if we're 1-3, we got Tom Brady. He's going to come back more motivated. It's going to give him more time to fucking rest up and watch game film. So keep your bitching, Mike.
No.
Keep bitching.
I totally agree that he's going to come back, and because I like his. See, I don't. When he first came into the league, I was like. But then I appreciate the great, like just how like with Kobe, like at first I was like, fuck this guy, and then you appreciate the greatness, and then as he gets older, you appreciate.
My thing is, if you're doing steroids, then yeah. Okay, but if you bring a nail file and you doctor up the ball or anything, I think that shit is fucking hilarious. If you're stealing signs,
but then name it.
All of that.
But then own that shit.
All of that. Yeah, and then going like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's what you do. You shut your yap. You don't fucking rat everybody out. I think it's fucked up that they fired the 2 guys.
The ball boys.
That was bullshit.
And
that was bullshit.
Up. What are those 2 fucks going to do the rest of them?
You don't give a fuck. You give a fuck that you're mad at Tom Brady.
Captain America, he's got to fix it.
No, You're mad at Tom. Yeah, that's right. So don't fucking ask me questions like you give a shit whether those two people become homeless, because you don't.
I do give a fuck.
You don't even give a shit enough about your neighbors to pick up your own dog's dog shit. By the way, your dog is awesome.
I pick up dog shit. Let me tell you something. I pick up dog shit.
You sound like Brady right now, testifying.
No, this is the thing about the dog shit, about the shit bags. This is the thing. Now, I got to tell you, since we had that conversation on your podcast about shit bags, I do pick up dog shit, but I will take the dog shit off a good neighbor's lawn and throw it in the street. It's not that I don't.
You throw it in the street?
I take the dog shit in the bag and throw it in the street. Because who the fuck is going to... I don't know if you walk around here. There's blocks and blocks and blocks. Like, you know how you like your six blocks with your dog in the morning?
Yeah.
You walk around for 6 blocks with a shit bag in your hand?
No, you walk and you'll see a trash can, you put it in there.
If you look in this neighborhood, today the trash cans are out. There's no trash cans. So if I had to do my 6 block walk...
but I've gone through hikes in, like, with
a shit bag?
Like, yeah.
I don't do it. No shit bags.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're uncoachable.
I'm not putting the
you
shit...
got an area. You're coming off like a number 1 draft pick here.
I'm not carrying a shit bag for blocks and
You're
blocks
the reason
and blocks.
why Belichick trades away all his number 1 draft picks and goes to round 2, because he doesn't need this kind of shit. This kind of shit.
He picks criminals.
You know something?
Kill people. You got to own this shit.
I'll tell you right now.
Aaron Hernandez.
I bet when you used to do those rock and jock celebrity MTV things.
Cheat.
I bet you were a problem in the locker room.
I just played in the celebrity basketball game this year. I got a technical foul. Like, I'm the dirtiest cheating motherfucker you could come across when it comes to sports.
So then why are you mad at Tom
But if you get caught... You gotta fucking own up to it, and why are you trying to get
stop
He's trying to get the suspension.
Let me ask you, every time you've gotten caught in life for doing whatever, you owned up to it.
Fuck no. But I'm saying
so
I'm not.
Why are you
but I'm
holding
not in
him
front of
to
the whole media.
Why are you holding him to that standard?
But if you take the 4 games, take it like if you can't do the crime, don't do the fucking time.
One of the flimsiest fucking arguments. You brought me over here for this.
You won't own this shit.
What do you mean I won't own it? Listen, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and act like what the fuck he did was the end of competition as we know it. Certainly when we're playing Jim Irsay, one of the filthiest fucking owners out there. Filthiest fucking owners out there. Dude, I'll tell you right now, if Bob Kraft got caught fucking doing all those pills or whatever the fuck he did, you know?
Yeah, he's a creep.
Yeah. And his fucking ex-lover that he was cheating on with his wife fucking OD. Yeah. How big a fucking story would that be? Evidently, you can do whatever the fuck you want in Indiana, and it doesn't matter. But you do it in Massachusetts all of a sudden.
It's just because
you guys go up and you go to the Tea Party thing, you walk on the Freedom Trail, you think America's disintegrating?
You think that this is like some sort of hate Boston. I fuck with Boston. I fuck with Larry Bird. I like Larry Bird. I can't stand the fucking Boston Red Sox. But the Patriots, there's an arrogance. There's a red, white, and blue, the Patriots way, and there's that.
They got one of the ugliest uniforms in the league.
But they're with the white and the red, and they're all clean, and there's a smugness about these motherfuckers.
Well,
don't you understand this?
I am enjoying tremendously how much they're bothering you. But
don't
if you want me to care that it bugs you and defend the uniform, I'm not gonna. I don't give a fuck what you think about them. We just won another Super Bowl. Tremendous. And by the way, that wasn't a bad play call by Pete Carroll. That was a very safe play call. Malcolm Butler made one of the greatest defensive plays at one of the biggest moments in NFL history, and he's not getting credit for it.
I don't agree. I would have given it to Lynch 3 times. He would have gotten it one of the 3 times.
I'm saying what he did if you looked how that play ran during the course of the season, it was like 60-something% of the time, it was complete for a touchdown. Another 20% of the time, whatever the fuck it was. I think it was either a touchdown or incomplete. That's what it was.
No, I mean it was. All right?
That's the first fucking time.
It was
that
shocking.
Guy smelled it out, sniffed it out. He avoided the pick and he jumped the fucking route.
It was a great fucking play.
It was a great fucking play.
And the catch before that.
And it wasn't a bad throw by Russell Wilson.
No.
None of it was fun. It wasn't a bad call by Pete Carroll. It was a fucking unbelievable play by Malcolm Butler. Who the fuck would have thought this kid, who's not an all-pro corner, would have done what every corner in the league couldn't fucking do that year, including fucking Sherman never did it.
I agree.
Granted, they probably didn't throw his fucking way. Now, there's a guy, I don't like how he behaves after victories, but I fucking love that guy as far as the way he plays. So as much as I hate Seattle...
You didn't like when he said to your boy, you bad bro.
Yeah, because what the fuck did he do at the end of the fucking Super Bowl?
He comes walking up, shaking his hand, like, and everybody's like, wow, that was really big of him. It's like, what the fuck else was he going to do?
Right.
You think if they gave it to fucking Lynch and he ran in, what do you think he would have been doing? He would have been slapping him on the ass, getting in his face.
That's why I wanted the Patriots.
That's my thing where I'm just like, that guy afterwards, where if you win, you're getting in everybody's grill, and then if you lose, you know, you either take off or that thing because it's the big stage. You saw him call out fucking Revis 2-4 when he got picked by the ref. Give me a fucking break.
This is AM RAPAPORT podcast. Greats Sneakers. Greats is the first men's sneaker brand from Brooklyn. Born in Brooklyn. At Greats.com. They never sacrifice quality. Use premium materials. Style, quality, value is what they offer. Greats.com. Go to www.greats.com for 15% off. 15% off. Punch in the code RAPAPORT. RAPAPORT. Greats.com. He won't own up to...
He tried to get me all upset.
He won't own up to anything about the Boston thing, babe. He won't do it.
He's from Boston.
But he won't own up to it. I got a guy who blew up his fucking hand.
I made great points. Like, look, I don't. If you want to talk about like a little bit of air out of a ball, somebody taking a nail file to a baseball, and you can sit there and be like, "That's why you lost by 38, or that's why you lost by 12 runs." If you really want to sit there and do that, while the other team tanked a whole season to get a player, while their owner sits on the rules committee, while these people pump in crowd noise, while these people build a stadium that fucking makes their crowd sound louder than they really are. If you want to do and hold us to a fucking, I'll be respectful, your woman here. A hamster's hair level of air pressure. A cunt hair, air pressure. If you really want to sit there and say that, like, that's why you and I didn't make the NFL, because we were throwing regulation balls. I mean, I can't even sit here as a sports fan and look at you seriously. Like, all of that stuff. My thing is the steroids. What it does is not even that it makes you stronger. You still have to hit the ball. The thing about it is the recovery. It makes you recover like an X-Man.
Yeah.
And what I really feel about steroids is that all of these athletes who've experimented with them is going to be good for you and I in our older years, because we're all going to be on them.
Right.
And we're going to feel fucking unbelievable, and our dicks are going to be fucking standing up. We'll have a pill for a full head of hair, and you won't even know what. We'll all look like fucking Dick Clark.
And we could thank Roger Clemens.
Yeah, all of these guys. All of these fucking guys. And Roger Clemens never fucking owned up. I mean, he was acquitted, but because they couldn't fucking prove it. But, like, that guy, I mean, come on. That guy was on his way out, and then the very next year, he wins back-to-back Cy Young Awards, and they keep doing all this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Every time when you live in New York, how many times did they do a story about his unbelievable workout regimen? It was a preemptive strike. But what I loved about him was you saw in his denial of it, you saw why he was a great athlete. You don't give a rat's ass about the Hall of Fame. Of course you care.
Right.
But in the moment, he's catching that bat again and throwing it at Mike Piazza, just talking like, so I actually respected the fact that he was like, fuck you, prove it. I'm not going, like, in like Barry Bonds was the guy.
Right.
And then everybody else did roids and went past him, and all of a sudden the president is calling McGuire and Sosa. So then all he's like is, all right, this is me on roids.
Right.
There's 74 home runs or whatever the fuck he hit. You know what I mean?
I have no problem with it.
And this is the thing, too. All those owners, they didn't know what was going on. Baseball was in a terrible way. They had that strike. They lost the fucking World Series, and it was diving down.
Yep.
Jordan was in his peak. The NBA was already riding off Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. He's fucking killing it. Football was as big as it's ever been. It's one of the greatest businesses ever. Forget about sports. And, hockey's hockey. It's always going to be the distant third, but they were number one in the 70s. Baseball was. So they were by any means necessary. And when the shit hits the fan, the same way they did Lance Armstrong, all those fucks who made all that money off of him and demanded that he gave back his titles. Good, you give back all the fucking money you made off of him.
Right.
You give back all that money. You're not tied up in a yacht that you're going to keep.
Right.
So fuck all of that. So putting it in that light, if you want to talk about air pressure, seriously, man to man as a fucking sports fan.
I don't give a fuck about the air pressure.
Like, I don't, in that whole owning up to it and
That's
being
what I don't
honest.
like. When he was caught, when they're like, yo, he should have said, yeah, I adjusted the ball.
He wasn't. He was a man about it. He kept his fucking mouth shut.
Here's the last.
GoodFellas. You learn the two greatest things. Never rat on your friends and keep your mouth shut.
I hear you.
Yeah, you want him to be Henry Hill? I hate the second half of Goodfellas when he turns into a rat and then he goes, and all he gave me was $3 fucking grand. Fuck you, man. He told you not to do it. Then you went out and did it, and then you were going to go to jail because you fucked up and you ratted out all your friends.
Bob told him never to do it.
Yeah, these fucking assholes, those guys died in fucking jail, and you're bitching because you got egg noodles and ketchup.
Right.
Those guys would kill for that shit.
Right. Here's the last two things I want to ask you. What's your point of view, since you're a comedian, on...
Never rat out your friends. Keep your mouth shut.
He never ratted on your friends, and then the young Henry Hill goes, yeah. You know, you notice that
he
scene
did
when
that?
he just sniffed. He sniffed his nose. It's just good.
It's a perfect movie.
Perfect.
And I never even noticed that. Every time you see it,
every time I see that movie and Raging Bull,
every time
you see new things.
Every time.
Have you ever met Scorsese?
No.
You didn't meet him on like any of those that project he's doing at
Dude, I tell jokes in a strip mall like Scorsese.
No,
doesn't
come on,
swing
you'll meet him. I never met him either. I've never met him. Tell me your opinion about Bill Cosby and the whole Bill Cosby thing. And now, like, Whoopi Goldberg is standing behind him, Judd Apatow, like the whole Bill Cosby. What's your thoughts on this?
I think I had a dream about this last night. Just that because I think my wife brought it up, talking about it. I think innocent until proven guilty, or 87 accusations at that point. I mean, like, come on. Like... And it's all the exact same story. It's like, you know, I'm going to quote Chris Rock here where he said, I hope it isn't true. You hope it isn't true, but come on.
49 women or something,
but now they have the transcripts came out where he admitted that he did
That's
it.
Where he's fucked.
Yeah, that's where he's fucked. I mean, I don't get how you admit to doing that and you still don't go to jail.
I don't know either. And I don't know, is that judge allowed to, you know, the judge was kind of like, you think who the fuck you are.
I have to tell you, it's only now am I finally being able to get my head around it just because of who you thought that guy was. And, I mean, he's a monster, dude.
Bill Cosby, I mean, people that are a little younger than us, they don't understand, like, when you talk about stars, like, you didn't, like, when stars were stars and
royalty.
I mean,
royalty.
Fucking star. And I mean, like, he was a star in the 60s, the 70s, and then he became even a bigger star in the 80s.
He's on, like, you know, when the White House had guests over, he was on a short list.
Of he's been to the White House for all
Democrat
of them.
or Republican.
Bill Cosby comes.
Yeah. Dude, and I grew up with that guy.
Yeah.
Fat Albert, Cosby Kids.
All of that shit. And, like, it's a stand-up.
All of his specials and all his specials, his records, all of that stuff. And,
do you see one of your favorites?
But this goes back to Aaron Hernandez.
Right, you never know.
You don't know.
You never know.
You don't know what people are doing.
No, I hear you. When I first met you, we were doing the Heat. Because you're just fucking taking over here. This was an hour and a half ago I wanted to bring this up. When I first met you, we were doing the Heat.
Taking over.
You fucking just took over, man. I wanted to make this for 45 minutes. You've been here an hour and 25 minutes.
I'm fielding your questions.
No, I'm just playing.
Maybe we have a good rapport.
I'm just playing, Bill. You know that I'm just playing.
I know, I'm fucking with you. I'm playing into it.
When I first met you, we were like...
This cushion's backwards, by the way.
That's because the other side got eaten by my old dog.
Oh, okay.
I had a rescue dog from Mexico. He tore the fucking place up. The motherfucker
Jesus.
would eat metal. He ate gates. For real.
Yeah.
It cost me $10,000 in 3 weeks, and then he found a new home.
Yeah.
I had to find him a new home. The motherfucker was rabid.
Right.
When I first met you, I was like, oh, you're Bill, talking bullshit. I had just seen you on...
I love the 80s Strikes Back.
Breaking Bad.
Right.
That's all I had known of you. And I was
Okay.
like, oh, shit, you were on Breaking Bad? I was asking you about that. And then somehow you were like, I said to you, what are you doing tonight? We were trying to eat because I wanted to go eat because I didn't know restaurants. You're Boston, Mr. Boston. And I was like, and you were like,
fucking
I'm just
Boston.
fucking with you. I'm just playing with you.
You're Boston, Mr. Boston.
Yeah, he's Mr.
Hey,
Boston.
the
He's
fucking
telling me all
mayor
about
over
his
here.
Boston shit. No, but then you said to me, oh, I'm doing stand-up tonight. I'm going to do like some small club.
I was going to the Comedy Vault, which
And I was like-
recently closed. Broke my heart.
Okay, so the whole thing sounded like, oh, this is what I thought. This is all I knew about you. I knew you did a couple episodes of Breaking Bad. I think 2 I had seen because it was up to.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm doing stand-up. I was like, so this guy's like a stand-up / actor guy. And because I was totally out of the mix of like Netflix and all that shit. And then I like check. I think you said, yeah, I have a special like you. Or I said, or no, you didn't mention that. And then I like look on the fucking internet and there's like 19 Bill Burr specials. And I'm like, yo, this guy's like a stand-up comedy monster. And then I'm like told a few people like, who's in this movie? And I go, Sandra Bullock. And Melissa McCarthy, and I'm like, and yeah, this
Jane Curtin,
stand-up comic guy, Bill Burr, and like everybody was like, Bill Burr. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And so I had no clue, and I think you knew that I had no, because it's like, if you don't know.
No, I wasn't. I was going, this is fucking Michael Rappaport.
But I had no clue.
I watched you through all of the 90s, from True Romance on Copland.
You told me that
I
shit.
watched all of your shit.
But I
remember
no
seeing
clue.
you walking by in the Village one time when I was a young comic going, it's fucking Michael Rappaport.
But I had no clue you were like this stand-up comedy monster. And then since that time,
I'm not.
Yo, you're one of those fucking
it.
dudes. No,
I
you
appreciate it.
Because the thing that I
See,
really,
that's what you would think. You would think that's why
No,
your problem
you're one
in
of
the
those
locker
monsters.
room. I got my feet on the ground, son.
No,
I'm still learning.
No. But as far as like your stand-up,
I appreciate it. Get past this.
Let me tell you. No, he's getting very uncomfortable. He's no longer making eye contact with me. The thing that I'm most
I didn't
impressed
come
with
here
your
for this. I came
stand-up,
here to argue.
two things is that I'm most impressed with.
How's that bug spray? Is that good?
It's good bug
The
spray.
unscented one?
Are you
Doesn't
doing?
cause,
Are you wearing
cancer?
sunblock these days?
Yeah, absolutely. See what I just did there? Totally derailed it.
No, I'm gonna stay on this. The thing that I admire too, and you don't. I'm just. These aren't questions, so there's nowhere
Artists
to go.
are the easiest. We all have ADD. Hey, look at that fucking bug spray.
No, I want to give you
you
credit.
wearing
I want to give you adulation. But the thing that I admire, two things about your stand-up.
Is that like trepidatious?
No, let me tell you this. He won't even let me give him a compliment. The self-hate is just rabid. I just keep using rabid. There is two things. Number one, the amount of stand-up comedy that you do and the specials.
Is that a real old fan, or is that one of those?
It's a fake old fan.
It's a fake old fan.
He will not let me get this out. He will not let me get these compliments out. Is the amount of stand-up that you do.
You're a big bowler, huh?
The fact that you do it and each one seems to get better and better, but they were never low.
Well, that goes back to me continuing to work at it.
The quality.
I try. I appreciate that you noticed that.
I really appreciate it, and also you say things. I mean, I think this is probably one of the great things about any stand-up. You articulate things.
This was an award show the band would be playing right now. Come on, get to the end of it.
You won't let me finish. You articulate things. I'm sure, but you articulate things that a lot of people think, but you do it in
I do the thinking man shit jokes.
The thinking man shit jokes.
There you go. All right.
So I just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But the funny thing is that when I first met you, it's not like I met you 12 years ago. You were up and coming. You were already Bill Burr, the stand-up comic, and I had not a fucking clue. That was my point. It took 7 minutes to get out.
Which goes back to my thing, why you can't stop doing the road, because you have no idea, even when you're selling tickets, how many people don't have any idea who the fuck you are. So if you stop and then you go back, it's very difficult.
Because you never know. Like, some people might be in the stand-up comedy world, because there's probably people in the stand-up comedy. I mean, I know there's some people that sell out places that I wouldn't know who the fuck they were. Like, if you said their name, I have no idea who they are.
Right, yeah, no.
Because it's a specific.
It's a big world, Michael.
So before I let you go, and we walk the streets and the shitbags, you performed in Australia?
Yeah, earlier this year I did Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Mumbai, India.
Now talk about crowds. Do they like Mumbai?
Well, first I'll tell you a guy that you may or may not know, Russell Peters.
Yes.
Yeah. Now he sells out all of Asia. He basically brought the art of stand-up. They had no stand-up comedy there, and now because he did that. They got into it, then now there's stand-up scenes, and now I am able to go there.
And they understand you?
Yeah, well, shit, every time you fucking customer service, you know it's some dude in India.
Right.
That was my opening line. I forgot to do it, though.
Did you adjust your act?
I was going to say, hey, you know what? I know I've met most of you. I've already talked to most of you.
That's funny.
Yeah, by the way, I know your name isn't Scott.
But when you're doing that, when you're overseas doing stuff like that, Australia is obviously closest.
I don't adjust it because I learned that once you start thinking, are they going to get this? For me, once again, anything I say about comedy is how it works for me. I remember being on stage in London. And I was doing some bit about some squirrel or something, and I was like, wait, do they have squirrels here? Did I see a squirrel? And it turns out they do have squirrels, but they have smaller ones, little red ones, right? But that was causing me to be on my heels, and it was really messing with my timing. So I just, when I went to Norway, I went out and I was tired and I just decided, fuck this. I'm just doing my shit. And I was using all the American slang. You just do your shit. Act like you're here until they don't get something, and then do some joke that, hey, I'm in Norway. Why would I think you get that? And then you go right back to doing it. It makes for a better show for you, which makes for a better show for them. That's how I do
Were
it.
you like, oh shit, I'm in Singapore? Like this
Yes, I
joke
was.
telling shit has taken me this far?
No,
Just
I
as
was
far
like,
as,
oh shit, like you're not supposed to talk about religion. You're not supposed to talk about race. I remember that kid got caned over there.
Right.
And they routinely put people to death over there for drugs, and people there have no idea how many because they don't tell them. It was very much like getting freaked out because your kid's here.
It's not, I don't even know this kid. It's a kid. It's my friend's.
All right,
it's my
fuck
girl's
him.
kid's son.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck him. Curse around him. I don't know what he. I don't know.
Exactly.
But
So
were there
was
any
more.
rules like don't say this, don't say that?
Yeah, but fortunately, the dude who went on in front of me, who I think was Pakistani, I think, he went up and broke all the rules. And then I realized that, it's basically you'd have to be living here, doing a stand-up show every week, and they keep getting complaints. And then finally, they'd send the low guy in the totem pole in the governmental office. Hey, can you go down and talk to that jerk-off? Tell him to quit trashing the king or whatever. So you have to go a long way
To get caned.
Basically, what the deal is, as far as being a public speaker, is nobody gives a shit until you start affecting change. And if you're
Right.
affecting a change that they don't want or they're not ready for, then you become a problem.
Right.
But if you're just up there and you're a jerk off and you're trashing the king, but that doesn't make anybody else trash the king.
Right.
You're just this pain in the ass.
I got you.
But if you start doing some Gandhi shit,
Right.
and people are, there's going to be social change. That's why those people get whacked.
I got you.
It's because that's the funny thing about like this political correctness with comedians is they're acting like like they're giving us way more credit for the fucking power that we have. It's like if you walk into a show and you're already racist, I can't say anything that's going to make you got to want to change. In the same way that if you weren't racist and I did a racial joke,
Right.
which is just a joke that touches on the topic of race, people think that means it's racist. It isn't. That doesn't mean that person is now going to become racist.
No, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like they sit there like you can literally people go to therapy for fucking years to have a breakthrough. You don't go to fucking you might go to a stand-up show and I could say like, you're just watching me do stand-up and you could be like, man, that looks like fun. I want to be a stand-up. But to really change your DNA of how you think about race and foreign policy
Right.
and all of that.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no. People are coming down there to fucking laugh off a hard week of work.
This is the AM Rapaport podcast, and we'll be right back. American Giant sponsors the AM Rapaport podcast. Go to American-Giant.com. Check it out. T-shirts, sweatshirts, American made, American manufactured. Really good quality, soft, rugged, hoodies, sweatpants, all of it. American-Giant.com. American-Giant.com. The slogan for American Giant that we created is American Giant Clothing.
Champion. Can't fuck with this shit, yo.
You sure it's all right with that kid there?
Yeah, don't worry. Suck it, fuck it. There's a kid back there.
Jesus Christ. All right, cool.
If you had to pick 3 comedy albums, you're going on a desert island for the rest of your life. You, Bill Burr, you could only bring 3 comedy albums with you. No more, no less. That's it. Not going to be able to listen to anything else. What would they be? The 3 most important to you.
3 most important. Well, I have to take a prior.
You got to, okay.
Either was it something I said or that who is crazy.
Okay.
If I'm not talking stand-up specials, I just got to bring albums. You talking about I can visually watch them?
Either or.
All right, him live in concert, the red shirt that he did down in Long Beach.
Okay. The red suit.
It was a shirt with black pants and fucking
Okay.
silver shoes, I believe.
Okay.
And he just pulls up in the venue, just drove up, and that was just fucking awesome. Then I would say I'd have to pick a George Carlin one. I would say the one that he did the AIDS bit on.
Okay.
And he makes that chilling sound of the earth, just that.
Okay.
He made that noise of the earth just shaking us off like
Okay.
a bad cold. And then let's see.
One more you get to bring on the island. Never again. It's just you and these 3 albums. Bill Burr.
Fuck.
Come on,
now
man.
there's too many. Now you're talking Kinnison, you're talking Eddie Murphy.
you only get one
You're talking
more.
a timeless one like Woody Allen's.
Listen, I'm not going to be listening to him. It's just you.
Maybe something silly.
Yeah, because it's going to be fucked up.
I got
The island's going to be lonely.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucked up. I mean, you're by yourself.
You know what? I'd take the Jerky Boys.
That's a good one.
Just something different.
That's a good one.
I'd take maybe the Jerky Boys because one of my favorite comedic things ever was the Super Across the Way.
It was
the genius of that.
The Jerky Boys.
This is the Super Across the Way, and this guy never questioned it. And he goes, the Super Across the Way? In the end, he goes, yeah, and don't have me come down for you. He's super great. You got it, punk! And hangs up on him. All he had to say was, I'm the Super Across the Way. He didn't even say what fucking building.
No.
Nothing.
Across the way.
And this guy just took it like, yeah, this is a superintendent across the fucking way.
That's a good one.
It just blows my mind that he's able to get away. Like, once he starts yelling at you, just as a man, to be like, wait a minute, who the fuck is... I'm not in your building.
Right.
I don't give a shit if you are mad. You don't yell at me. Go fuck yourself, right? And he didn't. He's like, okay, yeah. He turned like a little school kid.
That shit was like when those Jerky Boys tapes or CDs or whatever the fuck they were when they came
Frank
out.
Rizzo is one of my... What's your name? Frank Rizzo. What was that? Frank Rizzo!
Yeah.
Open your ears, jackass!
It's some of the best shit.
Oh, and it was the same premise. I bought some stuff there, and after these things are busted, or I went there and the food didn't taste good.
What happened to the Jerky Boys? I wonder if they made money off that. They must have, because that was before bootlegs and all that shit.
It was called the prank phone call tape. I got that thing before they hit big.
Me too.
Remember that? We were that age. Went around all the college campuses.
And
I must have had like the 1700 generation of like, remember the boom boxes with the double cassette tape? Like I must have had the 18th generation of somebody.
It was recorded from the...
Yeah.
But that shit's influential. And it was...
Yeah, but I also liked it because it was just fun and it was silly. So I figure with Carlin and Pryor, like those guys, as much as they could be silly, like there was a weight to what they said. So I would just like something... Three Stooges, Jerky Boys, just something that's just funny for funny's sake.
Because you're going to be miserable on that fucking island.
Yeah, but it's still just as brilliant. Yeah.
All right, that's it, my man Bill Burr. I appreciate you coming. Appreciate your argument. I never got a straight answer. I'm going to get
what?
Nothing. I'm not going to get a straight answer.
What do you mean? I gave you a straight answer.
I never got a straight answer.
I said I love that he didn't own up to it.
Real gangster shit. I see when you put it in that perspective. I
want him to be a rat.
I got you. Or you could be a clown out there with the pom-pom on your head. I understand. There's a lot of
the hat that you and I wore when we were kids?
He's a grown man. You're Tom Brady. Why the hat?
Because he's a company man, and they want to sell some.
I can't break him. He won't succumb. I respect it. I appreciate it.
Dude, listen. I fucking love the New York Rangers when they won in '94. There's a lot. I love the Knicks, man.
I rooted for
it would be
Paul
great
Pierce
if they got
those guys to
better.
win.
But I mean, if you play my team, I root against you.
Don't
That's
talk
all.
about the Knicks.
Look,
I can't. I got nothing for you on that.
The whole Yankees Red Sox thing.
Yes, that I
is
won't
over.
go.
No, but that's over, dude. That ended in 2004.
That ended.
Roll credits.
It's over.
Was it better when we won in 07? It was just we wanted to win the one. It got you guys off our backs, and then now you can just enjoy.
It's not as fun.
You can enjoy two teams trying to buy the title every year.
It's not as fun.
Actually, you guys aren't as bad as we are this year.
No, and yeah, I agree. It's never going to be as fun. And I mean, maybe it'll get funner when there's more characters.
You know what it is? This is the kind of fucking thing where we know as sports fans to walk away from it because it wasn't what it was. I mean, we still watch it, but it doesn't hold the weight that it does.
Not even close.
But this is the moment where Hollywood would be in a think tank trying to come up with a sequel to try to top 2004 Red Sox Yankees the way that ended. You're talking about Jaws 3.
Yeah.
You know,
or
people
Apollo.
with like 3D glasses and shit.
You know that they're releasing a Rocky movie named Apollo, and I think the actor's good, Michael B. Jordan, and it's about Apollo Creed's son.
It's because it's marketed to old guys like you and me who will actually maybe go to the movie theater.
I'm not going. I went to 6. I'm not going. I refuse to go. It's about Apollo Creed's son. Come on, man. What the fuck? I mean, and I fuck with Michael B.
I don't know. I'm already interested.
I watched the trailer. It's. But you know what I was thinking about? One of the great moments, and at the time I really hated him, but now I think about the humor of it, is when Pedro Martinez threw my man Zimmer down to the ground.
He had no choice.
It was the best.
He had 3 choices.
Hit him.
Run.
Hit him.
Or
throw him down.
Or grab him by that big pumpkin head and guide him down to the ground.
That was beautiful.
He chose the most graceful way. I was doing that bit.
Oh, did you?
And I did a bit. I said grab him by his Macy Day Parade head. And I love Don Zimmer, man. Rest his peace, man. He was he just was a baseball player. I mean, he was baseball, I should say. But I was doing that, and all New York fans laughed. I had a buddy of mine, Paul Verzi, opened for me in Boston. I did a run of shows, and he was doing this fucking joke that was crushing in Boston.
About that?
About
Is he a New York guy?
Yeah, no, about the Giants saying, the Patriots are the best team ever, but for some reason they can't beat my Giants. And he said that they're like that hot chick that won't fuck anybody, but for some reason she'll blow you and let you come in her hair or something like that. Yeah, he went really hard. And the whole crowd went, oh, I probably butchered the joke. And they all fucked, but everybody laughed. And my brother's wife's uncle was in the crowd. He's a biker guy and everything. He goes, I'll tell you something, man. He goes, that joke was fucking funny. That was funny. He loved it. He thought it was funny. So, I mean, you got to be able to laugh at your fucking team, man. I don't take it to the point. Like when I was younger.
When we were younger, it was
more an
better,
immature
though.
sports fan, I took it to that level of hatred.
But it was better than, I mean, listen, we could say it was better than, because in sports in general, when they would stay with a team and you would build and you would ride or die.
That was way better.
It just was, it's like
Ken Stabler, rest his soul. That guy was a Raider. And it hurt me as a fan, because I hated the fucking Raiders because they always beat the Patriots, right? And they beat us on that fucking bullshit roughing the passer call, which is why I don't have any sympathy for the tuck rule, which is a dumbass fucking rule. That guy, when he got traded to the fucking Houston Oilers, they did a trade. Dan Pastorini for him. They traded quarterbacks. Bad move, man.
I agree.
But
guys, like, I mean, you could really dig into those old Celtics because it was a team. Whether you were
another thing too is you can still name them because they played for season after season. I can still name those fucking Raiders. Mark Van Eegen, Dave Dalby at center, Ted Hendricks, Jack Tatum.
These were beasts.
Oh, they're absolute beasts.
The sports, that's why it's hard to like when.
But I could always appreciate someone else on the other team. I could always do that.
But when the Celtics got the big three, I was rooting for them because I liked those players.
Yeah, we bought it.
But that's what I'm saying.
It was
but
bullshit.
I
we did what the Lakers did. We went out and we bought a fucking title. Like that's the thing. Like Kobe is Kobe. But, like, to sit there and go, if he wins 6, he's at Jordan's level. It's like, there's never been a guy who's had more free agent help than Kobe Bryant.
He ain't
the
winning
Lakers
6.
do.
Kobe ain't winning 6.
I gotta tell you, as much as I fucking hate the Lakers and everything, like, I hated seeing him get hurt.
Hated it.
And I hated seeing him, like, limping off the court and all that type of... I don't ever want to beat a team because your best guy got hurt.
No.
Like, I want him to be the best, and then I could say in 07, but like I said, our free agents went up against their free agents. It's like 04. Our roided up Red Sox went up against your roided up Yankees. So in a way, this sort of parody.
But it was good, though.
It's weird. It's different now.
But you had the characters, and you had, like, the guys. You had Jeter.
There was enough of them. You guys were just weird that year. People forget how weird it was to watch A-Rod go from shortstop to third, to watch two of the best shortstops in the league play on the same team. And I remember one point you guys were actually even talking about getting Nomar.
Yes.
And putting him at second, and Giambi going, dude, that would be unbelievable. And I just remember I was doing a joke then, like, dude, you remember when you were in the schoolyard and you were choosing up teams? If it got too lopsided, even in third grade, you're like, all right, wait a minute.
Right.
Even then you broke it up. Because even
agree.
in third graders, you're like, dude, this isn't competition anymore. This is piling on, which is why it was weird for me to watch Clemens jump on with the Yankees and then ride a police horse. It was just like...
that's why I never accepted him.
It's like, dude, you jumped in the limo. They were already winning. You piled on. I mean, it wasn't his fault. The Red Sox let him go, but... So I really shouldn't give Clemens shit, but it's different than how it was back then. Even Jordan said back in the day, I wouldn't jump teams. You wanted to beat them.
And that's the thing that made me turn and really with the LeBron thing, when it was like, really?
Yeah, and Kobe goes, I wouldn't have done that. It's like, Kobe, you don't have to do it. They're bringing you everybody but Jesus every year.
Yeah, dude, it's different. But he could have left and he didn't leave.
What are you talking about? He threw a hissy fit. Either Shaq goes or I go.
But I'm saying in terms of he's never left. He's not going to leave.
He doesn't have to. He's in a destination. Dude, if he was in Cleveland,
he'd want to leave.
Thank you.
Of course,
Thank
but I'm
you.
just saying.
That's all I wanted. That's your first real moment of honesty as a sports fan in the last half hour.
I can't
Thank
believe
you for that.
You see, you're not hearing me say that I rooted for your guys. You like that's like it's like I don't know.
That's an honest. Okay, I guess that's an honest statement. But I'm just saying, like your histrionics with all the fucking he said, she said, horseshit. If you were to sit there and act like you're not in show business and you see what money and whores and cars go to people. Yeah.
But see, this is the AM Rapaport podcast. Bill came to me, so I have to, like, when I come to your house next time and I'm your guest in your house.
You're welcome.
I could be a little different because I can't like jump down because then it's like being rude to guests. That's how I treat it.
Listen, I'm doing some road gigs. I'll be back in August. If you want to fucking give me a ton of shit, come in on Thursday. Because we do like a half hour and then we do some throwback shit. We'll play some highlights from your last one. You trashed the Patriots great on that one.
On yours?
Yeah, on mine.
I'll come up there. I'll wear just like shorts.
You're a great host.
No socks. No shirt.
Coming in biting on the towel.
Yeah,
like
we'll just fucking
Tarkanian.
go. All red, everything. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast, and
Hey, buddy.
appreciate it, Bill.
Always good to see you.